have gone into creator mode if this video has found you and you've clicked on it. Because at the end of this video, I'm gonna lead you to a free video, a sleep meditation that it's going to shift you and create this new feeling state within you and this new state of consciousness as you're going to sleep at night. And I'm gonna give you that absolutely free at the end of this video. Click on that, it's gonna take you right to it. You listen to that, you download that, and you share that with everyone that you know is wanting to shift or is shifting or on the same path as you right now. And I'm going to explain to this how this all works, because you're living in a simulation right now. We've all covered this, okay? But it's about temporary states turning into permanent states. So what is the primary cause of this? Neville Goddard coined this. What you fall asleep. So if you fall asleep with a temporary state of consciousness, and then you enter sleep, or you go into the inception point of sleep with this temporary state of consciousness into the drift or into sats with this temporary state of you now having everything you want, and you know you're living in a simulation. Everything's working out for you perfectly. Isn't it wonderful? Absolutely everything amazing is happening to me right now. Like not tomorrow, not next week, but right now, everything amazing is happening to me. It's all working out for me perfectly. And then you drift in this natural state to sleep in. You fall asleep in this state that everything is working out for you perfectly. So that temporary state may not be or it may not be objectively real to you in your current reality in the simulation. But if you hold on to these temporary states for long periods of time, or if you fall asleep with them and you go into sats, the subconscious mind has no choice but to then objectively show you the subjective feeling state that you have. The internal feeling that you've created, that temporary state of consciousness, has to turn into a permanent state, okay? And that permanent, because life is a mirror. The simulation mirrors back what you consent to being true. So when you shift into this mindset that everything's working out for you perfectly, you're super abundant, you are financially free, everything, you have the car of your dreams, the house of your dreams, the relationship of your dreams, you're physically fit, you're healthy, everything is just absolutely going amazing for you. And you just create this temporary state, even though it may not be true right now in your world. It may not be true, it may be false. But like Neville Goddard said, if you persist in something false for long enough, or if you fall asleep and persist in this thing that may be false in your world, but you feel that it's true right now, and you fall asleep with that, and you persist in that, and you land it one time, it will materialize into a fact, into the simulation, okay? So as you create this feeling state, as you're going to sleep at night, you get into this natural acceptance of it, and then you kind of just drift off to sleep, not super excited, not super emotional. It's just who you are. And this video that I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna give you the link to this at the end of this video. That video was designed by me specifically to get you into the feeling that you're living in a simulation, that everything's working out for you perfectly, you're super abundant, everything is amazing in your life. And I have put the alpha waves in the beginning, and then it goes into theta, which is gonna help you induce a state of sleep, but you're still gonna have control of the direction of your attention, and while you're retaining the words that I'm affirming to you, that I'm creating for you within the meditation. And then I take you into delta, which is the subconscious. So you have alpha, which is a relaxed state. That's the receptive, where the analytical mind is now shut out completely from your mind, so you can now accept what you're being told. So I'm putting you in this state, but you're also doing it yourself because you're very present while you're listening to this. But the process of this is just absolutely amazing from my own experience and from everybody that I've known that have actually practiced, not just knew about it, but actually did it. I've seen people's lives go from zero to making $300,000 a month. Even a close friend of mine that I was coaching went from making $50 a day to now making $3,000 a day within 6 months by doing these techniques and doing the sleep meditations as he was going to sleep at night. And now it's just incredible where his life is going. This is actually a really recent testimonial, because he's sending me pictures of the Rolexes that he's buying now, and these nice watches and cars and things everything's working out in his life perfectly. And it's because of these temporary states of consciousness that he's falling asleep with and taking into the drift, into sats, and then creating this permanent state of consciousness. And once the subconscious mind is felt, it feels this new version of yourself, or that essentially, when the subconscious mind accepts what you believe to be true as you're falling asleep at night. And the easiest way to do, let me change this video here. There you go. All right, more clear, straightforward. Okay, so the subconscious mind only receives information about you from what you believe and consent to being true about yourself and about your world as you're falling asleep. That's the trick, that's the secret. So if I were to put it in other words, you're not really impressing the subconscious mind, you're impressing yourself, your conscious mind, because you're convincing yourself in the present moment that these things have already happened, and you're doing it effortlessly. You're doing it because creation is finished. You're not going anywhere to get it. You're just extending your feelers and stepping into it, okay? Or it's coming to you. You have to put yourself in that mindset. It's coming to you. It's already done. It's already here right now, that you already have it. So it's the law of assumption, okay? You're assuming this to be true right now in your world. And once you convince yourself of this, and then you're able to go into the drift and go into sats with that, the subconscious mind just feels whatever you feel. So it's not really the subconscious, but the subconscious, projects that onto the screen of space, which is consciousness, which is the simulation. Because you have consciousness, but consciousness is dual natured, okay? There's a conscious part and a subconscious part. You're in control of the conscious part. What you're conscious of, what you consent to being true, that's what's isolated, and that's what's really controlling the subconscious. So really, you're in control in large part of what happens in the simulation by what you consent to being true, because everything is you pushed out. Everything is what you consent to it being true, and what you're actually allowing yourself to be impressed with, the beliefs and the experiences that you have, and just everything that you just logically can explain to yourself, and from everything that you've been impressed with, and what your teachers told you, what your parents taught you when you were a kid, all these different things as you're growing up. So all these things have created this consensual thing with yourself, this what you consent to being true of the world. And then the subconscious mind has then created the world that you're living in based on that. So essentially it's really more about convincing yourself right now that you have everything that you desire and that everything's working out for you perfectly. And you persist in this feeling as you're going to sleep more than any other time. Like, you can do it throughout the day, but really it's as you're going to sleep. And I know a lot of people have issues with this. That's why I've created this free sleep meditation that you can use, and you don't have to give me your email, you don't have to give me a penny, you don't have to give me anything. I'm going to give you the link to that, and you could just download it. That way you have access to it and send it to as many people as you possibly can. I don't get anything in return for this, okay? Nothing at all. You don't have to exchange your email, like I said, and it's absolutely free. I just want to help as many people as I possibly can to shift their states of consciousness to get themselves to that next level. And this can be like a loophole or somewhat of a hack or a trick to assist you. And the primary reason of this is because of the alpha waves that are in it. The alpha waves in the beginning, even Joe Dispenza talks about this, and Jose Silva talk about this. The alpha state is a brainwave that puts you in this completely relaxed state where the analytical mind, what you consent to being true, is at a point to where it can be easily influenced. And it's not going to check you. It's not going to be like, oh, that's not true. This isn't true. Or because you're affirming, I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. The analytical mind can be like, no, you're not. You have all these problems in your life. So you're not going to accept that. So when you're in alpha, which is in the sleep meditation that I created for you, the alpha waves that you go into, it blocks the analytical mind from saying those things. So whatever's being spoken to you, I am this, I am whole, I am perfect, I am strong, I am powerful, I am loving, I am harmonious, I am happy. Those are bypassing the analytical, and they're going straight into what you're consenting to being true about yourself and your world. And then as you pass through the alpha waves, it takes you straight into the theta waves, it puts you to sleep. Then you're going into sleep at that point. And then it takes you into delta, which is actually the subconscious, like a dead sleep. But you just want to, you're transitioning from theta or alpha into theta is the most important part, because that's when your temporary state of consciousness that you consent to believe of true of your world is then passed into the drift, into the subconscious. And if you this can work after just one night of using it. Like, it can absolutely change your life. But if you don't see changes the next day, doesn't mean you should stop using it. Use it for an entire month. I mean, if you enjoy doing it, you can even turn the volume down. You don't have to use headphones, just have it playing. Headphones can help you because the brain waves are left and right. like the brainwaves will go left to right in your brain, but you don't absolutely have to use that. You can just have it playing at a low level. As long as you can hear the voice, my voice being spoken to you and affirming certain things in your mind and walking you through these feeling states. So you don't have to worry if it's keeping you up at night or whatever. Just, you don't have to wear headphones if they bother you. Just try to have it to where you can hear the voice. That's really the most important part about this. But if you can use headphones, that's even better. But don't just stop using it after one night. Use it for months at a time. Use it for 21 days. Use it for 40 days or 60 days. Keep using it. This one I specifically designed for everything that I've found to be the most important aspects of changing and manifesting the world of your dreams very, very quickly. And this is what I specifically put in this sleep meditation, and I've designed it and crafted it specifically to hit all of those targets. So it's about creating a temporary feeling state as you're falling asleep at night, and this is what the sleep meditation will do. And it's about turning that into a permanent state through the subconscious, when the subconscious mind feels that that's true for you. And that's exactly how it works. So just listen to that as you're going to sleep at night, and some amazing things are going to happen to you and in your life just by simply doing this one thing. So if you can't visualize, you can't do this, you can't do that, just start doing this, because this will develop you into a new person that may be able to visualize in the coming weeks. And you might have some amazing things start to happen to you right away. But I want everyone to test this out. So I'm going to put that link on the screen. It's also, if it's not on the screen, go into the description. It's going to be the very first link in the description. It's posted on YouTube. So it's absolutely free. You just go right, it'll take you right to that video. So download the video and make sure, set a timer or whatever you have to do to make sure that you're using this at night. Make sure that you're using this every single night. It's absolutely free, and it's going to assist you in creating permanent states of consciousness. And I want you to leave a comment on that video when you start seeing results. I want everyone to see your results, your testimonials, everything. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.